alarm clock and I stumbled over several pizza boxes and my girlfriend on the way to the bathroom.
While I was waiting for the fluorescent lights to flicker on, I thought I saw in the dark
something was up and I couldn't tell what, but my mind got the sign there was something to see.
So I shut my eyes to squeeze the image out the back of my head, but I missed my mark.
The lights were on now and I couldn't ignore. There was a stranger in the mirror and he was staring at me. There was a stranger in the mirror and he was staring at me.
Don't get me wrong,
I'm not talking about some kind of figurative stranger here.
existential bullshit from poor Billy Joel.
I'm not saying I didn't recognize myself in the mirror.
I didn't like the kind of person I saw.
No, I'm talking about an actual literal kind of stranger here.
The villain in issue 104 of The Flash.
There was no question this was not your everyday reflection.
Middle-aged, balding Jewish guy and he had a mustache.
There's a stranger in my mirror, there's a new face on the wall. After that Newcastle incident, I thought that I'd seen it all. Things like this are always happening to me. So I spent looking stupid in my $20 bathrobe with my 8-meter toothbrush sticking in between my teeth. My eyes just opened wider when I looked back in the mirror and saw the stranger with his toothbrush staring back in disbelief.
Then I ran the finger down the length of the mirror to see if the stranger would follow my lead.
Our actions were in perfect sync, and I wondered just exactly who was in control.
So I grabbed my girlfriend's lady big razor and ran it down the length of my face to see if he would bleed.
Blood was flowing from both of our cheeks, but I couldn't tell whose blood was in my shaving bowl. No, I couldn't tell exactly whose blood was in my shaving bowl.
Don't get me wrong,
I'm not talking about some kind of figurative stranger here.
existential bullshit from poor Billy Joel.
I'm not saying I didn't recognize myself in the mirror.
I didn't like the kind of person I saw.
No, I'm talking about an actual little kind of stranger here.
Villain in issue 104 of The Flash.
There was no question this was not your everyday reflection.
Middle-aged, balding Jewish guy and he had a mustache.
I'm young enough to be this old bald fat guy's son. I've never even met an Arab and I don't even own a gun. Things like this are always happening to me. There was that time when the shopping mall devoured my Aunt Sue, and when my pet canary turned to stone, I didn't know what to
I
do.
scolded my basilisk from behind my mirrored shield. That was the same week Adrian fight removed my intrinsic field.
I had nothing to lose,
So I played the lottery.
it was run by Shirley Jackson. I said, put down those stones. Somebody dropped my canary. I had a friend in a convent,
Nurgle said, get thee to a
and
nunnery.
another friend who stuttered and quoted Lovecraft. I had a girl in New York City. They were all killed by the Bunche. Or the time when I moved from unsettling dreams, transformed in my bed into a monstrous vermin. And those 3 days each August when my shadow is replaced by that of Ethel Merman.
Tell the stories that you like to hear. Right now I gotta face this stranger in my mirror.
Well, it was all quite interesting to have my doppelganger, but it was getting boring and I had to use the loo. So I leaned into the mirror and then I leaned a little closer, and then I leaned a little closer still and quietly said boo.
Well, the stranger grabbed his chest and heaved and wheezed and choked and hemorrhaged and fell on the floor.
I tried to help him, but unfortunately I lack the ability to face through solid objects like mirrors.
Even if I could, I don't know CPR, so I hit the lights and then quietly walked out the door.
I could wait till tomorrow to shave. Or maybe I'll just screw it up and grow a beard. Or a mustache like the dead guy who's inside of my mirror.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm not talking about some kind of figurative stranger here.
Existential bullshit from Kamoor Billy Joel.
I'm not saying I didn't recognize myself in the mirror.
I didn't like that kind of person.
No, I'm talking about an actual little kind of stranger here.
Like the villain in issue 104 of The Flash, the Mirror Master.
There was no question, there was not your everyday reflection.
Middle-aged, balding Jewish guy and he had a mustache.
And there's a dead guy in my mirror, there's a dead guy on the floor. I hope to God that I won't see that dead guy anymore. Things like this are always happening to me.
There's a moral to this story that I really like to hear. What you think it is?
Tell me the moral, tell me the moral. Tell me the moral, tell me the moral.
Like if there's a stranger in your mirror, always know which side of the room is his.
That's not a moral, that's not a moral. Tell me the moral, tell me the moral.
How about don't ever try to shave while under fluorescent lights? You know that that's a fact.
I hope that you say something like, nothing in this world's ever as it appears.
Don't go frightening bald, fat Jewish guys if you don't want them having heart attacks.